Hey fellow problem solvers, Colfax Math here. Today we have a video on fractional fluency. Have a paper and pencil out. The key to doing these fractions is we're going to do them really quick right here. I'm going to pose a problem. Either write it down and throw out the answer before I come up with it, but every one of these should be really quick. I have 20 fractional addition problems here. The first 10 are based on the US measurement system. Before we get started, let me just break that up for you. Draw a ruler on here. So this is 1 inch. I cut that in half to get a 1/2 inch. I cut that in half to get 1/4. This would be 2/4, 3/4. Then I would cut those in half again to get 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8. And then finally I cut that in half again to get my 16ths. 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 5, 6, 7/16. 1/2 is 8/16, 9, 10, 11, 12/16, 13/16, 14, 15, 16/16. So that's the US measurement. You just keep doubling it or cutting it in half, whether you're getting bigger or smaller. 10 problems, get ready to go, paper and pencil out. Remember, before you add fractions, you have to have a common denominator, meaning the bottom number has to be the same. You could only multiply by factors of 1 so as not to change the value. I'll just do the first one, kind of slow, and show you the way to do it, and then the rest of them we're going to try and roll through. So on this first one, I have 1/2 plus 3/4. The common denominator, the number that both 2 and 4 will go into, will be 4. The second fraction is already in terms of 4. I don't have to affect that. But the first fraction, I multiply by 2/2. 2/2 is the equivalent of 1. Multiplying by 1 doesn't change the value of it. But what it does, it allows me to get that common denominator of 4. So now my first fraction is 2/4 plus 3/4. So rule number 1, you cannot add fractions without a common denominator. So now I have that common denominator. Rule number 2, keep that, add across the top to get 5. And rule number 3, keep that common denominator. So my answer is 5/4. I could convert that into a mixed number. 4 goes into 5 one time with 1 left over. 5/4 is a good answer. 1 1/4 is a good answer. They are equivalent answers. One's a mixed number and one's an improper fraction. So before you go through here and roll through here pretty quick, we got 3 rules to add fractions together. You have to have a common denominator. Once you have that, you add across the top, and then you keep the bottom number the same. All right, so with that said, what is 1/8 plus 3/4? That is going to be 7/8. 6/8 plus 1/8 is 7/8. Number 3, 3/16 plus 1/4. That is going to be 3/16 plus 4/16, 7/16. Number 4, 3/8 plus 1/4. 3/8 plus 2/8 is 5/8. See how I'm getting that common denominator first? Number 5, 7/8 plus 1/16. 14/16 plus 1/16 is 15/16. Number 6, 3/8 plus 3/4. 3/8 plus 6/8 is 9/8. As a mixed number, 8 goes into 9 one time with 1 left over to get 1 and 1/8. You might be able to do these in your head, but you should be able, if not, do them on paper and pencil. Number 7, 7/16 plus 14/16 is 21/16. Again, common denominator, second fraction here, 7/8 is 14. 14 and 7 is 21 over that common denominator. As a mixed number, that is going to be 1 and 5/16. Okay, number 8, 3/16 plus 4/16 is 7/16. If you're not getting these too quickly, that's okay. Building this fluency takes a lot of time. You might have to go back and watch this video again, or you could just be pausing it and doing them out on paper. Number 9, 5/8 plus 1 and 2/8 is 1 and 7/8. I know I did that one quick. Right? This right here, this is 2/8 and 5/8 is 7/8. Then I have that one out front. So 2 and 2/4 is going to be 2. 2/4 plus 3/4 is 2 and 5/4. You wouldn't leave it like that. That 5/4 is the equivalent of 1 and 1/4. 1 and 1/4 plus that 2 is 3 and 1/4. So all 10 of those had denominators that were divisible by 2 because they were measurement fractions. Make sure you get those right, especially if you're going to work in anything where you need to know your fractional measurements, construction, manufacturing, anything. All right, now we're looking at non-measurement fractions. So these are going to have more random denominators. You might have to multiply both of them. Again, I'll do this first one out, and then we'll see how quickly we can do the other ones. So the number that 3 and 5 will both go into is going to be 15. I multiply this first fraction by 5/5, giving me 5/15. I multiply the second fraction by 3/3. Again, I'm multiplying by 1, doesn't affect the value, but it gives me that common denominator of 9/15. So step 1, again, get that common denominator. I have it. Step 2, add across the top, 14. Step 3, keep that common denominator. So number 11 is 14/15. All right, let's roll. Ready? 1/12 plus 9/12, right, is 10/12. They're both even, so you could reduce those to 5/6. Those two fractions are equivalent. It's just the 5/6 is reduced. Number 13, 3/12 plus 9/12 is 12/12, or just equal to 1. 1/18 plus 6/18 is 7/18. Some of them you just have to double one of the fractions, but some of them you're going to have to work on both. 5/6 plus 3/4, common denominator is 12. I'm going to multiply this by 2/2. Multiply this by 3/3. That is going to give me 10 plus 9. 10 plus 9 is 19 over that common denominator of 12. 12 goes into 19 one time with 7 left over. 11, number 16, 11/12 plus 9/12 is 20/12, or 1 and 8/12. Then I could reduce that. 4 goes into 8 twice and into 12 3 times, so 1 2/3. Again, you can't just watch me do this. You got to do these yourselves. We're going fast. I might have made a mistake. I don't think I have yet. Number 17, 7/9 plus 6/9, 13/9, or 1 4/9. I think on these I gotta do these out. 24 is going to be a number. I'm going to multiply by 3/3 and 4/4. That's going to give me 15/24 plus 20/24. It's going to give me 35/24. 24 goes into 35 times with 1 left over. And then that is going to be 9/24. 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 24 8 times. So I have 1 3/8. Erase that. 1 3/8 is number 18. A little bit harder now. Kind of have to use paper and pencil on these, or I do. 3/7 plus 5/14 is 6/14 plus 5/14, 11/14. 2/5 plus 3/4 is going to be 4/20. Ooh, I don't know if I could do that. I'm going to multiply this by 4 over 4. Almost made a mistake there. 4 over 4. I'm going to multiply this by 5 over 5 to get 8/20 plus 15/20 or 23/20 or 1 3/20. Again, the way you build fractional fluency, especially on the job site, is practice. You can watch videos like this, but watching them is not going to help unless you're doing the problems, paper and pencil out. This channel is all things math, helping you be as successful as possible on any math test success. All right, thank you for watching. Hit subscribe.